The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Well said, Raiden, well said. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? SpeedyHawk here. Why'd you say hi to Glitter? She's not here. Or is she? Oh, wait, let me put my chat up here. Hey, everybody. What's up, Termina, Kevin Lee, Squatch, Zenith, King KP, Prophecy, Zachary, Dots, Redox Reg, Greg, Crimbo, Gold Link, Rocker Gamer. I hope I didn't miss anybody. How are y'all doing? Hello, Link. Hello, Jay. Hello, Bopper. Hello, everybody who has ever been on SpeedyHawk's channel ever. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't do any of my dailies today. I just logged in, but we're going to do the Archon quest part 2. Let me just... Should I do my daily quests? Is that boring, chat? Everyone except Joops. Volume was low and Raiden sounded like Glitter. Okay. I don't know if she would agree that she sounds like Raiden. She doesn't like Raiden too much. Oh, it's Rid's birthday? Happy birthday, Rid. Happy birthday. Hope you have a good one. Or had a good one. Look at these load times. Oh my god. How long do you want the stream to be? 3 to 4 hours. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Don't be embarrassed, Dots. You don't have to be embarrassed. Man, this loading time is bad. Wow. Are we finishing the whole Act 2? That's the plan. So maybe I shouldn't do any dailies. You should move the game over to a flash drive. Yeah, I'd love to, but my SSD is full. Or if I put Genshin on it, it's full. Genshin's really big. Like, there was a point where Genshin fit on my SSD, no problem. But it's getting to the point where Genshin's like over 100 gigs, I feel like. It's kind of insane how big it is. So I can't fit my operating system. And like, I have certain apps running on the drive, like my work programs. So it just like runs faster and stuff, loads faster. I think my video editing software's on the SSD. Does your motherboard have space for another SSD? Probably, but my computer is like 6 or 7 years old at this point. So if I'm gonna buy a new SSD, I'm just gonna build a new computer. I'm just gonna go Hail Mary, you know. Hey, was Bopper actually here, or are you just saying hello, Bopper? Alright, I'm gonna do these real quick. Real quick, guys, real quick. Don't mind, don't mind. Desperately need a new PC. My PC still runs pretty decently, but it is like old. I could use an upgrade. Yeah, I don't know how people play on mobile either. It's kind of nuts. Is this the new Ace Attorney game? Yep, you're in the right place. Alright, maybe we need to build a new PC. Look at this shit. By the way, may I ask what the plan is for next week? No, you may not. You cannot know. You nosy little dot stiff. No, you can't. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I know it's kind of random. I know it's kind of random. And I know Zachary's not going to be happy about it. But I was legit thinking of doing Ape Escape 1. I don't think I've ever beat it as a kid. And it's like one of those games that's on my shelf that's like, huh, I never beat that game. I wonder if I could do it as an adult. You know, so it might be Ape Escape 1, but I'm not sure. I'm saving Xenoblade 2 for daylight savings. What other games? I wanted to do Three Hopes again. I wanted to do the Verdant Wind route in Three Hopes. So there's a couple games I've been thinking about. I don't think Chrono Trigger's a good idea right now because they're doing Paper Mario. I kind of want to keep it to one RPG series. like JRPG-ish series. Sorry, I'm like not focusing. Used to be stuck on the final boss for PS2 Shrek 2 game. Damn, we'll never know. Feel like by chapter 9 you would regret that, and it'd be funny. Which game were we talking about? Sorry. Oh, Three Hopes? Yeah, probably. Wanted to play Twilight Princess likely with glitter? That too, but again, if I'm gonna stream with glitter, it's gonna have to be when the daylight savings time reverts back, because she can't stay up. Her work schedule's like not consistent, and she needs to be in bed. Like, if it's a work night, she needs to be in bed by like 11 latest. It's usually like 10. So I'm holding off. Not the Xenologue. Oh, we could do that too. But I try to keep it to like we're running one Fire Emblem game right now. I know Three Hopes is Fire Emblem, but it's not like really Fire Emblem, right? It's fake Fire Emblem. I hate this fucking commission. Hey, Fables. Yeah, we're still doing Paranormasight for Halloween. That too. So I think like Ape Escape wouldn't be too long. I would hope it's like maybe 4 to 5 streams, and then we could do Paranormasight for Halloween. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm doing my dailies real quick, and then we're gonna do the Archon quest. Yeah, it is wild. We're like pretty deep into September, it feels like.
Stay close. Over here.
Halloween should be dragonless until they whip out Flane and Seteth. Halloween Flane? What do you think she would dress as?
Yep.
Will Speedy be as underwhelmed this Halloween as last Halloween? Probably. What was last Halloween again that I was so underwhelmed? I like can't even remember which one it was. It was like Duma, Milla, Nagi, not Nagi, Naga. Yeah, like that. I did not care about that banner. Oh, talking about Steam games. Oh, you mean with the Mori? Yeah, Mori was pretty, It had good moments and it had bad moments. And the bad moments took way longer. Corn and Corn, that's right. Very exciting. Paranormasight rules! I like it more than Amori, hopefully. Watch, that's racist. You can't say that. Just like it's racist that I'm gonna defeat these Eremites real quick. Only have fun with Starfield when I play with Gran Turismo music. That's great. Never touched Honkai Star Rail. I've kind of like fell off the Star Rail train. Choo choo. Canonically, Speedy can't like Paranormasight because he was mixed on Omori and dropped Metroid Dread. I was actually thinking about doing Metroid Dread again. I didn't drop Metroid Dread because I didn't like it. Like, I really liked playing Metroid Dread. It was super fun.
You are not welcome.
I just didn't finish it on stream because we had, like, other stuff going on and Halloween was over. But, the thing, I stopped playing Metroid Dread because I got to a part where I got lost and I just had no idea where to go. And it was like, I think I roamed around for like an hour to 3 hours. Fuck. Look at that! And I was like, screw it, man. I'm just gonna play something else. Alright, I think we did all the dailies. Good. Un momento, chat. We'll start the Archon quest soon. That's your problem with Metroidvanias? Yeah, it wasn't very clear where I was supposed to go. I don't remember where exactly, but it was at the point where there were a bunch of different sectors opened up, and they didn't really tell you explicitly where to go. So it's just like, go roam these, like, 4 sectors and figure out how you can progress. Like, backtrack because you have a new ability. And I'm like, well, fuck, I don't remember where shit is. Because I would play it once a week. Alright, I think we're good to go. What's this, the new event? I'll wait for tomorrow to do this shit. Okay, I think we're good for the Archon quest. Let's switch it out to the A team. Sure, Rocker Gamer, what is it? A tier list of what? I'm gonna assume the Archon quest is like here. A lot of rumblings about a direct next week. Well, that could be interesting. You didn't miss any of Act 2? No. Just let me know, Rocker Gamer, when you post it in the Discord. Because I had to, like, Alt-Tab. And it's gonna freeze the game.
Over here.
Alright, let's put the quest on. Oh, it's not there. It's over here. Actually, supposedly credible leaks, but I've been avoiding them. The leak is because Mario's plumbing sucks. Wahoo! Already heard the big 2 games that were apparently leaked. Fire Emblem 4? Whoa, it's... Guys, I know Engage came out 6 months ago, but hear me out. There's still a chance. I guess it's more like 9 months at this point. There's no shot there's going to be anything Fire Emblem.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Volume up? What do you guys think? I think I should raise it a little bit. And I could check Discord. Gaming channel. What is this, a Mario Party tier list? Why are there 2? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played any of these at the bottom here. And I didn't play 9. I just assume 9 sucks because of the car. I don't know what Star Rush is. The original is not D tier. You're out of your mind. Personally, I think 5 and 6 are pretty mid. Like, C is fine. I don't think 8 is... I don't know why you think 8 is so great. And I think Super Mario Party... I think 4 goes above Super, personally. Well, otherwise, I think this is fine. I would just switch... Thank you for sharing your opinion. I think, we have fundamental differences. You played Super, it's not bad. It just doesn't have good replayability. I don't like how they downscaled everything. They made all the maps super tiny, and they made, like, the economy, they scaled it down. It was like, why? Like, you're kind of ruining the fun of the game. I didn't like any of the maps. The mini games were fun though with the Joy-Cons.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
Ah, in that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh, everything looks so
The original has
good.
aged so terribly.
People in
I played
Fontaine
it.
sure know how to enjoy life.
I played the original maybe like, I think we played it. It was during winter. I brought it to my friend's house and we got like 4 N64 controllers. We sat down and we played it. And it hasn't aged well. Because there's only like maybe 10 to 15 fun mini games. But it's still a classic. Like, I don't think it's
Why,
a
of
D-tier
course.
game,
Go
you know?
ahead,
I think
try
that's a little
whatever
harsh.
you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di
It's not the
Rosula
best
next time.
one.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things.
Gotcha, Rocker Gamer.
Oh, we call
still
this
don't
a
think it's
farewell
fun.
meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
It's certainly worth celebrating.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Yeah, 3 is super fun. I like 3.
Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
I hope so.
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
Is it still not on Nintendo Switch
If it
Online?
hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off.
Can you believe that guy fucking dissolved in front of our faces? That was so crazy.
To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective.
He said Vala.
A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Guy deserved it, to be honest. Snitches get glitches. Oh,
Seems
stitches.
Paimon thought
It should be
things were
stitches. I thought you were
simpler
making
than
a
they
joke.
actually are.
I did that quest we skipped through last week. Can confirm it was sad as fuck, and that there will 100% be other parts. That's what I figured. I should, like, go back. I don't know if I can go back and read it,
It's all
but
right.
it seemed very sad.
Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else.
Is this
Micah,
fish and chips?
What are your future plans?
Oi! This looks like a croissant, but these look like French fries. We wanted to ask the Hydro Archon some information.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
Rocker Gamer, I saw you guys posting that in the Discord about the copyright guy. And Steins Gate was always weird about copyright. Like their whole soundtrack is copyrighted because they had the anime thing. And what was it? He was like posting Spy X Family clips too. Like it is scary
see.
that he's in so much trouble.
So, your
But I'm
primary
not
objective,
scared
which has been foiled so far,
yet.
is to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Furina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
croissant.
Would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Okay.
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance.
Okay.
I'm sure Lady Furina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't
What
let
is her
go back to
problem?
sleep until she answers all your questions. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
How can you overlook something like that?
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break.
Just run faster than the cops.
You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
It's worth a try.
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Like the soda?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Ugh. My drink also tasted that way.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Do any of you guys enjoy salty drinks? There's like a Turkish yogurt drink. I forgot what it's called, but it tastes like a little salty, and I always hated it when I was a kid.
So full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
You could try floating a little lower.
Can't you see Paimon's
Like
barely
soup
an
broth?
inch
Well,
off
you know,
the
like
ground?
it's supposed to be a refreshing drink.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Seems that was pretty tough for her. Was pretty pricey thanks to Paimon.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
Saw a pic of Fanta orange and one was yellow and the other was orange. It was scary.
So this is goodbye,
Like, were they
huh?
both supposed to be orange?
Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
Yeah, I want to look at that salty yogurt drink. Give me a sec, guys. And it's frozen. Salty, Turkish salty yogurt drink. I run. Oh yeah, this is it. This refreshing drink is the best way to rehydrate on a hot summer day. Mixed with sea salt, Ayran is a Turkish yogurt drink frothed to perfection in seconds and served up icy cold. It pairs perfectly with a hot meal like... I'm a fake Turk. It disgusted me as a kid. I hated it.
Entering standby.
My dad was like, try it, it's good.
I hope nobody disturbs me.
Why would I drink Aira? Why not? He's a tall glass of water. It's called Laban in the Middle East. Is it like the same type of thing? Looks sus. Salty and frothy are not how I would like to market a drink. Oh, check this. Oh, they all ran away.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vashay.
What?
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler?
I think I
you
did
hearing voices
in KP, but I'll do it again. Yes, and it's clearer than it was during the day.
Ugh. That's kind of spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vashay? Vashay.
I forgot about this.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water. Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kind of hear a voice. It's calling for Vashay, right?
That's correct.
Hey, traveler! Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
My nose is so itchy, dude. Can I scratch it? Are you guys gonna judge me if I scratch my nose? Oh, look! It's the Oceanid! Where is this?
Vashay. Are you my dear Vashay? No, wait. You seem to be someone else.
Yes, but
You
go
know
ahead.
Vashay.
Okay, hold on.
Do you know where my love
You know, I'm
is?
turning off the camera. Hold on. Oh, yeah! Okay. It was like an itch on the edge of, like, the inner edge of my nostril. I couldn't. I'm afraid not.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many
We'll always know
fragments
you did it.
dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
Is this what happens when people are dissolved? You were once...
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost their form.
Hey, you guys could still hear, right? My other computer's saying the audio's not going through. Okay, I'm just gonna trust that it's still going.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Could she be one of the girls who was dissolved?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places
Thank you, guys.
of peril. No matter where I went, Vashay would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting, I never knew how heavy it could be.
So you need me to find him?
No, our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vashay, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
I believe it will be hard for him to forget you.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vashay above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow. such longing.
Sure, Dots. How cool are we
If
talking?
only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
Hey, CJ. How's it going? Vashay was a witness to the fact that you were dissolved?
Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
Hey, dying doesn't seem so bad. Seems that after the body is dissolved, some measure of the consciousness still remains.
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
I wonder how much time has passed in reality.
Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vashay, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Doesn't it suck to be alive and wanting things? Yes. Oh, Jesus! What's happening? Whoa.
Demoiselle, look out!
Maybe Silver isn't the killer.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand?
Gun waifu. Okay, she's helping us. Good, good. Oh, sick.
Quick, now's our chance!
Oh, there's the gun! That's pretty good advertising. You know, these... I love both of them.
I should thank
Like, at
you
first
for lending
impression.
us your sword there, Chlorand.
But they have such
Before I
unfortunate
do so,
elemental
could you
typings.
explain how you managed to show up here?
One, because I don't like Geo, and two, I have way too many Electro characters.
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Yeah, thank God she was here, though.
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Chlorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
Prophecy. I'm doing... Okay, I'll show you what I was doing. I'm doing this. That's how I'm scratching my itch.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
Huh?
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Okay, bye.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clarand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Who was that?
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Navia and her gang saved us!
Wow, Navia's just the best. Oh my god.
Oh, and there was that chick
Who is this chick?
who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Thanks for the rescue, Navia.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast.
What's up, Ghost?
As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
She's a genealogy fan? Never mind. Ew.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
I want to join the Spina di Rosula.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
That's scary, Ghost. I hope you're okay.
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
Wait. Do you mean that... What does that mean? Sleep medicine? Yeah, but then why didn't Paimon sleep? You think they were trying to drug Navia?
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty?
Primordial
The color of the
seawater?
drink,
They're
as
trying
I
to
recall,
dissolve
had
Navia!
also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you.
Oh,
as
I
we
hope it's a
speak
bunch of
for
Mora.
saving the boss.
He's Trevant and Freyr in Heroes? That's sick.
Really?
Fortunately, Paimon, neither of us are from Fontaine. Or
I
Tevat.
sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured
award
out
is
that you
5
might
primos.
be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
Well, that's good, Ghost. I hate strong winds. They're so scary.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
In KP, I disagree.
Well, it can't be coincidence that the
I would rather have a
traveler
million
fainted
Mora.
just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vashay again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
The ability to hear voices like that has to do with one's sensitivity to the hydro element.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
I also gained some new intel.
New intel? While you were out cold?
I have a ton of Mora too, King KP, but
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
I think 5 primos is like, well, what's one pull? 160s. So 5 primos is like a it would have to be like a 40th. No, like a 30th of a single pull. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think a million more is worth more.
That is important.
It adds up though. You could always grind for Mora, not so much for
Vashay?
primos.
That name doesn't ring a bell.
Do you mean like
I
with
suppose he
the,
hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately.
what are they called? The ley lines? I don't think I've done a gold ley line since like the first year of this game. But I feel.
Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened?
We should try searching for him.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
All right, partner.
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
This will prove to be their biggest mistake.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
I still don't trust Silver. This guy is sus. But he did help us. Le neck en folle... What? What was that? Le neck en folio vis. Hear the Oceanids call and connect with their consciousness. Look, 5 primos. What I get in the mail? Ooh, a survey. I don't have enough sigils. Okay, where are we going? The Spina di Rosula stronghold. I guess we could go here. Did you get Chongyun's birthday meal? I honestly don't think I did. Let me check. I don't remember if I did. When was his birthday? I don't think I did. Looked like Hungarian or just made up. 5 primos. Be sure to spend them wisely. Check this shit out. Yo, what if it's a Fremine though? Wouldn't that be cool? Wait, I didn't even spend the primos. I just spent a single fate. Yeah, it's 160. Alright, check this shit out. Oh, damn. I would have had to earn like 30 achievements to make that. Or more. Well, 5 times 20 is 100. And another 10 would be 150. So it would have to be 32 achievements.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
That's true, don't panic. That's true. We were just talking about the amount of 5 primos. We were having a mini debate if I would rather have 1,000,000 Mora or 5 primos. Hey, the more is artifact grinding. That's equally as important. And talent leveling. That's probably like the two main thing people spend Mora on. Oh, I haven't been here yet. This is where Dotstiff was. I feel like when we went on his account.
Surprise!
Okay, Lynette, not too good on stairs. You guys talk? Where the hell are we? Look at the pupper!
Step on up!
There's a waypoint down here.
Over here!
Beautiful. My cat!
So, this is your base?
Yeah, I thought the Spina di Rosula would be like more bougie.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, so much for my expectations. Thank you, ...
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father.
Yeah, just sell one of the sapphires.
Spina di Rosula, right?
That's gotta be like 10 mil Mora alone.
Mademoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial.
Oh,
He
damn.
died in the duelist ring.
You think Chlorinde cut him down? Did Chlorinde just fucking shoot him in the head?
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
Chlorinde is so real for that. It does seem quite
The
odd.
closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so
Rickson!
determined
I
to
forgot
get to
about
the
Rickson.
bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth.
If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Seeking the truth. Justice! You know, we're quite alike in this regard.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful.
All it took was one murder. Rambo, that's really funny.
Even our supporters decreased
Like, wait, he's in this game?
Hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
That's what I'm saying, Greg. All it took was one simple murder.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's
Ooh,
opponent.
Chlorinde. Ooh, there's some bad
was
blood
Miss
there.
Chlorinde.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
No wonder the mood was a little strange.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Miss Chlorinde has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Chlorinde told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
He was gonna die in that duel.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
I understand how important this is to you.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah, Paimon's beat.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Dude, can't this whole place flood in like the matter of seconds? Alright, let's take a rest. Paimon's worst day was her getting fished out of the ocean. What do you mean? He was gonna die.
So well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia? Where did...
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back.
Yeah, it probably does smell pretty bad, sad sausage.
But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vashay.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But That does prove that this vashay person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to.
Go on.
And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Navia. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept.
Prophecy, that is a bad question.
If the Ocean that you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Nervalet maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Dude, these achievements flash way too quickly. Once upon a time in Fluvescendre. Learn about Navia's father at the Spina di Rosula stronghold. Guys, we're getting there. We're on the road to 1,000 achievements. Okay, let's say I wanted to walk out of here. How do you, like, get out? Place is claustrophobic. Nervalet. Has Plumeria won CYL? No. Will she? Probably not. Okay, I want to go up that ladder. I want to see what's up there. Use Ascend. Is that a Tears of the Kingdom thing? Where you, like, shoot upwards and clip through the floor? What is the point of this? This is cool. But I don't think there's a point. It's a pipe, Speedy. Water's the point. Yeah, well, why the fuck did the devs put a ladder here? Like, for what? I thought there would be an Oculus or something. Hey, what's up, Anita? This really Genshin's my impact. Well, I hope so. I hope it's very fun. Is that a gecko? Got it. Or when you want to get your inner plumber on. Like, what's the point? Oh my god. Dude, getting out of here is a nightmare. Did I just teleport? I wanted to see how hard it would be. Or if there was like an exit that's like better. I'm not gonna make it. Oh god. Just pull for Kazuha. Ah! You climb this once, never again. Yeah, we'll just go to the statue.
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
It's a Snake Eater theme moment. Never played Metal Gear Solid, but I still think I know what you mean. What a thrill. The silence, da 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 da. I give my life, not for honor, but for you, Snake Eater. Thanks, Smash Bros.
Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is
What the fuck is that?
Official matters. Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Nervalet's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you?
Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
Do they explain why these things are in Fontaine?
See? They've got great discipline, too.
I think you're right, Goldlink.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
It's a quest? Okay.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
Fucking Charlotte.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
Neopet looking ass.
All right then, I'll let you through.
You're right.
The Chief Justice is just inside.
I had a Shoiru. Do you guys remember Neopets?
Thanks so much.
I think KP does.
Please come in.
Nervale, hello. Bruce is not the best Neopet. What? You had a Kugra? Kugra was cool. Bruce sucked. There was like a poker game, and there was a Bruce that wore glasses, and I was like, I hate Bruce's now. This guy's a dick.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vashay. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Mods, can you ban Goldlink for 5 minutes?
I see. In
Keep
that
those
case,
thoughts to
please
yourself.
wait for a moment while I browse through the files.
Oh my god, they both sniped him.
Neverlet would be so easy to touch.
I was sort of joking, but you know, take your lumps. Take your lumps, Gold. Wonder if it stacks, just like a 10-minute timeout.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vashay has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
Well, then this lady must be like thousands of years old or something.
There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Guess that's that.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur.
Wait, he
Navia.
dropped a slur,
We'll
actually?
take our leave now.
Wait a minute. You can't just throw around accusations like that. What did he say? Goldlink has been a respected member of this
Miss
community.
Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man.
He said
We
the
deeply
Absoler,
regret his
really?
passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying
the
to
chat?
console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Yeah, I'm going to let him defend himself, Anita. I'm going to ask him why he said that. And if he doesn't have a good answer, he's going to have some time to do. We don't say that word around here.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
Oh, she's crying. Wow, I've actually never seen this effect used in Genshin. Wow.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment.
Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone.
That's just how men are.
So
I don't know
much
what to
that
tell
can't
you.
Feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Damn. You really want Arlecchino? Mods ban Anita. Wow, Crimbo.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
The dragon is crying.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Rain.
What is it? Did you think of something?
The dragon. Your father's case. Was he outside when it happened?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene?
I could wash away the evidence, I guess. I don't know.
That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value.
We can't like Arlecchino. Ban me too. No, you could like Arlecchino. It's fine. I'm just kidding.
Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
The fact that people can be turned into water.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain?
Hi, I'm back. I didn't say any slurs for the record, just something inappropriate against Melazines. Okay, but what did you say? Zachary, when you say F slur, I'm thinking of like a bad... Was it furry or was it a different F slur that I would have to either warn or ban Goldlink for saying?
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right.
He said
How did I not
Furina?
connect the dots earlier?
What does that mean? Dude, Zachary, you can't say shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Alright, you're demodded, first of all. You almost got someone shot.
Alright, let's go to Poisson. With this new
Yeah,
lead
do you
in
mean
mind,
Fudanari?
We'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
What do I mean? What do I mean? What do you mean? Just combined Futa and Furina. Okay, that's not a slur. Never mind.
Do you want to go
Forget
with
it.
me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Zachary, your judgment is being questioned. Okay? What the fuck? You can go first, I'll join you later.
Alright.
No, you don't have to apologize. He messaged me. I'm sorry. For the record, I didn't say any slurs. Look what you did! Zach, what the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry, Goldlink. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you're gonna get executed for that, Goldlink. I'm sorry, but what did he mean then? I mean, what's the context of the message? What did he say?
Whoa, what a
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may
He
look
literally
like a
just
ship,
said that.
it's actually
Food
Spina
arena.
di Rosula's
Okay, I
headquarters.
assume that means like Furina with a dick. Okay, that's all. That's not a slur.
My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
I think I'm starting to get why you like it.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said
Thanks,
Spina di
Fabbles.
Rosula had a glorious past.
Sorry, Zachary, but yeah, the rest of the chat, they told you. When you say he said the F slur, I immediately thought you meant something else,
Paimon was
which is like
confused
much
why
more
a group
severe.
with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Goldlink said the N word.
Well,
Can you believe that?
Croissant is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base. Our...
I'm trying to think of a word that starts with N. That's like a weird Japanese hentai category. What else would the F slur mean? Dude, I can't tell if you're trolling me right now. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Do you want me to say it out loud for you? What? Yeah, I'm sorry, Goldlink. Yeah, he said Netorare. That's what he said. Nervalet, yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. We're back on track, guys. I'll click that in a second, Krimba. Alright, guys, stop messaging me on Genshin. Don't say shit like that. You guys need to touch grass. Touch grass. What was the... What did I just do? I just hit my head. 1 second, Krimba. This whole convo reminded me of this. I did the event. Whoops.
Sure. We've been talking about you. We have? Zip it, Lindsay. We've decided to give you one last chance. If you take it back, you can rejoin our alliance. Take back what? The N-word.
Wow. Okay. What was the context there? I thought I finished the event. I don't remember coming here.
Surprise! Shudder!
This is such like an awkward spot to fight.
Beg for mercy.
No, Zachary, it's fine. You just made me more concerned than I think I needed to be. That's all. It's all good. There's a quest you have to come here for. Well, it says there's an Oculus here. There it is. There's a doggy in here and you could feed them. Well, I guess I'll have to come back later. All right. Whoa. It's an interesting tunnel. Who do you plan on pulling for from Fontaine? Well, I want Navia. And I want Riothsley. And we'll see how the rest goes. But those are the two I'm gunning for right now, I think. Is that an Oculus too? You see that? What is that? Where am I? What the fuck? Is this where... I did not come from here. Navia's your number one, but you also need Furina. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the description, but Furina, not doing it for me. Not doing it for me. Continue holding... Oh, it's just like one of those memory things. Okay, let's go back to the quest. How did I end up here? What the f... I'm so confused. I took this, that's what happened. Let's see if Furina's redeemable. Yeah, she was pretty annoying in the first act. So are both you and Glitter pulling for Riothsley? In Glitter's case, because he's voiced by Claude. I'm not sure. I think Glitter prefers Nervalet a little bit more. But I think her plan is to pull for both Riothsley and Nervalet. And then she absolutely wants Navia. I think she loves Navia the most, actually. So, we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do a dual summon video like we've done on her channel in the past. But I don't want to, like, give her more work. How do I get... Oh, there's a ramp. Duh. Sounds fun. Sounds like a great way for me to get cursed in my summons.
Malus, we're back.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners.
Which one's the big bad harbinger? Is that Arlecchino? Or are we talking about, the Torre?
You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
Poisson?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Too many Geo Claymores? If she scales off defense, I have a Stone Thresher that does not have a home right now because I refuse to build Ito. But if she scales off defense, like, that's going to be fucking sick.
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Build Ito, build Ito.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we built
Many
Ito.
years
I already
ago,
built one.
Something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Sounds fun.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
I'm going to make Dot sad. Listen, I hate to interrupt the Archon quest to talk about this, but I love Max Middleman. He's like one of my favorite VAs too. I think he's great. He's so much fun. But man, that fucking Zhao quest, like the event quest with Zhao in the chasm, I wanted to strangle Ito. Like, I didn't want to build him before that, and after that quest, I was like, I'm never building this fucking character.
Yes,
I am
he
done.
did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea.
Yeah, it's absinthe. Yeah,
If you
exactly.
drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions.
Max Middleman has done Gray from Fire Emblem Echoes and like Heroes, and he's done Ryuji from Persona 5. That's like the main two things I know him from. But he's done like tons of stuff.
And if you were to stop drinking it completely, You'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance.
He's Caden and Faye too.
As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Good on him.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse.
Are you serious, King KP?
That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food.
No, Gold Link, but that's not as much of like a joke as like a sad thing, you know?
But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
What?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though,
Well, if that's
I
the
now
case, Anita,
believe
so be
the
it.
most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time.
We're finishing the quest
There's a
tonight,
piece of
so
clothing
if
left
I have
at
to
the
stay
scene.
late, I'll stay late.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
But it's also possible that the third person was to blame.
You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Dots, who's another character you want to build? If they have a set that you want in the strong box, I'm willing to do that again. But like if I have to grind for artifacts and like burn resin for it, like
Jacques was an
it's too much.
empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel.
I could have told you
They are
that.
extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice.
They fucking melt people with no remorse.
Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
Poisson!
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark.
Sometimes it's necessary to keep people sheltered to protect the ones you love.
What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end?
He protected you, Navia.
Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed.
Well, Anita, if you still don't know, they said she died due to complications during the B word.
Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer
That's
for
what I get for
everyone's
mashing.
sake. For the missing
Oops.
girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
Exactly, Eric.
So you do know something else, Maloose.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Boss,
I was a little late on that one.
had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live.
So he's Walter White.
And the serial disappearances
Oh,
case
shit.
caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his
Paimon,
death.
we need to cook.
He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina de Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
I mean, they just did, but
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss.
one sec.
To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
I'm not cooking. I got a text message.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
He gave you the choice to live how you want.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Maloose, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found.
Yeah, I feel like King KP, that this Archon quest is more about Navia than Furina.
But if you
But we'll
want to
see.
use it against the enemy, you'll still
He
have
is
to
like
take
the
several
Dia.
things into
You
consideration.
guys were just saying she's gonna be standard banner.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades.
That's a good point, Sad Sausage streaming. Like, I know he's working for Navia. But like, if she questioned, like, what was my father thinking? Wouldn't you think this would come out earlier?
There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations.
But why?
Waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar.
It's silver! Bro, it's 100%. I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong. It has to be
I
silver.
announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's
He's gotta
behalf.
be a plant.
I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change
What's up, Roy
their
fan?
plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news.
Mona's very familiar with the organization.
After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
Who are they, Maloose? Tell me.
The first is Florent, Spina
Who?
Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Laurel?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most.
Silver,
Also
and
means
pine.
that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too.
Marcel.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Okay.
Uncle Marcel.
What is a confrérie? Confrérie.
It's a guild in
Confrérie.
Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence.
It's me, Boucheron. What's up, Hammy and Vert? How's it going?
In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
That's funny, Gold Link. That'd be fucked
The
up.
final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating
Okay, it's none of these
information
people,
between
it's
Spina di
Silver.
Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities.
What is Kofefe?
Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities,
Why would
he
the
could
president tweet
theoretically always
Kofefe?
plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
You know what would be a crazy twist? If it was Maloose. I would not see that. That would be a sick twist. That would be fucking sick. Right now, I trust Maloose the most. And that's why I'm suspicious of him right now.
Of course. And thank you, Maloose. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
But it's Silver,
You're
dude. It
too
has to
kind,
be.
my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. they still live in Poisson today.
That's true, Crimbo, but I like just considered that happening. Hold on. There's a link. This is random, but I was recently reminded of this funny tap quote. Hearn isn't here, is he? No? Truly incredible. Ah, that jackass. Is this really in the game? He calls him a jackass in the game?
If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
If it was Navia, I definitely wouldn't see that
A
coming.
new case awaits, my dear partner.
Leave it to
I
me.
hope we can work together to uncover the truth.
Let's go
and
interrogate
end
these
this
3
case
random people who
once
have no
and for all.
relevance to the story. 3 years ago, on a rainy night, banquet goers heard 2 gunshots outside the house. When they reached the scene, Callus had a gun in his hand, and Jacques had been shot and slain. Based on the investigations done then, there was no possibility that anyone else could have done the deed and escaped, and Callus was thus adjudged to have been the culprit. Alright, wait, there's an Oculus somewhere here. I must find it. There it is. Oh, Tepe. Wasn't Tepe kind of like a loser, though? I remember liking Tepe and then, like, not liking him. Like, I think, like, things got to his head, if I recall. I remember he's part of, like, Kokomi's army or some shit. But, I don't remember exactly. Tepe overrated as fuck. I just remember me going like, wow, this guy's kind of, like, not as cool as I thought. Suffered from Inazuma's rushed writing. Listen, Inazuma was in the oven for years, okay? They busted out Mondstadt and Leeway. They had so much time for Inazuma. I don't know what you mean rush writing.
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Whoa, why is that little girl mean mugging us? Oh my god. Oh shit. What did I do?
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
Let's not bother her for now.
I'm sorry that I only
That
came
girl
to
is
visit
the
after
killer.
all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the 2 of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mura and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
Honestly, I've never seen this NPC face before. New NPC model? Or am I crazy?
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
It was in Sumeru?
I didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment.
I just realized her name's
You don't
Adele,
have to carry all
Anita.
that
I was like, what are
guilt.
you talking about?
On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callus came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
Dance, it's actually pronounced Rolo. Like, it's not actually
They
Coralie.
found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
Was someone ordered Jacques to take down Callus?
I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to.
Got Fremine yesterday in Genshin, and now I'll continue to save for Nervalet. Congratulations. I did Fremine's trial, and he's interesting. I still don't get the whole, like, what does his ultimate do? Like, he goes into, like, diver mode, and I feel like everyone gets slowed, but maybe it's just more damage or something.
Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense.
Makes him play faster.
It is impossible for me to hate him for
Oh,
what
lower
he had done.
cooldowns. Okay. Interesting.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons.
Damn.
Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
I like how her voice is, like, breaking up talking about this.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Okay, chat. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a jiff. 1 sec.
Seems Linny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying. Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
You're a cat? Does Speedy not like Linkle? Like from Hyrule Warriors? I don't even know her. My cat! You're at gunpoint? What do you mean? What's wrong? I'm confused.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent
Okay.
should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get
Marcel
myself
Twang.
together on the way. So,
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
Look at this guy. Wow.
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
That wasn't a good wow, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene.
I didn't want to say it, Crimbo, but you're exactly correct, in my opinion. And he has shitty facial hair. What's up, Pavis? Comment ça va?
After my partner here put
oui,
the dots
oui.
together for me, I
Merci
feel like we
beaucoup.
should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after?
Damn. Hold on, let me click on this link.
Any questions?
Yes. Are you going to finish that croissant?
Knock yourself out. Let me assure you that...
Croissant? I feel like Bismix always says that shit.
My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene.
I don't know what you just said, Pavis.
But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene.
Okay, that's a little sus.
But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person.
The answer is no, Pavis.
About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a 3rd person there who was turned into water?
Yes, absolutely.
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a 3rd person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys?
Anita, I feel like that says you are a little baby.
But hold on. If that's
Sad,
what had happened,
sad Francois noises.
then why didn't he share the truth with any of us?
No.
He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
Can we trust this fucking guy? Look at him.
I understand. Then I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented.
He's lying. No, I think he's legit.
Many people have laughed
This is
at me for
definitely
still
Silver in a
calling him
wig.
Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
All right, you passed the test, Florent. You passed the vibe check.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Greg, the Monokuma is Furina. That's just how it is. Oh, we have to go really far. What? We have to go to the court? Okay. Can I, like, teleport here? Are ya winning, Speedy? Yes, NX. I am. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Sorry, I'm just reading what Prophecy wrote. Yo, what's up, NX? What's up? What's up?
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you.
This guy's face looks new too.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
That's right, NX. I just spent $1,000, like, yesterday, actually.
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson.
Oh, no. Now, I haven't spent any, like, large amount of money in a while. I bought Clee's costume, and it was like $20 or something, $25.
Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Ah, yes. These two are my partners.
That was so embarrassing, King KP.
What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it. If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Anita, how old are you? I recently hung out with my cousin, who is 22, and I haven't seen her in like 10 years, and she's legit just a baby. So like, I haven't hung out with any 22-year-olds in like a long time, and it was just like an eye-opener. Like, so if Anita, if you're 22, you're still a baby.
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own.
I'm not a baby.
Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef...
What do you mean by that, King KP?
You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage.
Okay. What are you getting at, Thierry?
If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex.
Yeah, exactly, Anita. My cousin's birthday's in August, and you know, like the next month, September 11th happened. So she was also born in 2001.
Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units.
Okay.
They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is
Travis,
must
shut the
be
fuck up.
super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
You know, you say that as a joke, but I do feel a bit of unity, I guess, as a New Yorker. I I like work across the street from the World Trade Center. So like whenever this time of year comes around, like I feel some sort of like unity with the people around me. So when you mock, never forget, like you're fucking mocking me, dude. Like what the fuck?
Then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia.
Is that not like a super dox? You wouldn't find me. There's like I'm not across the street from the World Trade Center. There's got to be like fucking 20,000 people there. Like you might find me. Good luck.
Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so
my address is 123 ABC Street. Dude, you're not gonna find me. Anita, you're not gonna find me. Do not dox me, please. I don't want to be doxed. See, you say that, Kintaros, but there's like 20 I can think of in that area. Like, there's so many architecture firms. But don't try to dox me.
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Watch, that's your best bet.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
This guy is sus as fuck.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress.
Uncle?
I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yeah, what's that about?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Yeah, they tried to kill you.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
They literally tried to assassinate you.
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Didn't see Speedy at the Nintendo store, but I saw Doug Bowser. Let me get a load of this. Yeah, you would definitely catch me with the Bunny Chiaki figure. Yo, this looks sick. Look at the little keychains. I can't... Oh, you know what? I know exactly where this is. The staircase is to the right going up, and there's like an elevator behind the Bowser statue. There used to be a giant Donkey Kong there with like a barrel and like real bananas. But I feel like they replaced him.
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a picture of the Donkey Kong. It was like iconic. Nintendo NYC Donkey Kong statue. They just had like a shit ton of real bananas, but none of these photos have the real bananas. That's sad.
Donkey Kong!
Dude, no one has the bananas. Has anyone been to Nintendo NYC when they had the DK statue with the bananas? Can anyone vouch for me? Yeah, there we go. It was like this. But I feel like there was like more. But yeah, anyway, this is not important. I'm sorry, guys. I got on a tangent.
If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabriere will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Shut up, Pavis.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot.
Have I been to see the World Trade Center orb? I don't even know what that is.
Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
What does that mean?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
The sphere? Ponder the orb? No, I've never even seen this thing. Do I work near the World Trade Center? Where? Plaza Fountain? I've never seen this thing. What the fuck? Okay, well.
The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making
Yeah,
sure
fake New
things were
Yorker.
running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Good man. You'll have a trip to NYC and wander around? Pray you don't get mugged? Oh, I would mug you for sure. Like, if I just saw DC walking down the streets of New York City, it'd be like, easy pickings. You know, crime does happen in New York City, but I would just growl at her. Honestly, like, if you just walk around during, like, if you don't hang out at night, I feel like your odds of getting targeted for a crime are way lower.
With me.
But you know, it's more fun at night, so
None of them sounded
make sure you walk in
particularly
groups.
Suspicious.
If you're alone, you're a sitting duck.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed
Yeah, it's a
to
very
find them
safe
out,
city, but
then
you know,
my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many
you
years.
hear like every now and then, like I don't feel threatened at all when I'm in the city. But like maybe like a couple years ago, it's like shooting at like Grand Central subway station. I'm like, oh shit, like that could have been me. But like it never ends up being me, you know?
Anyway,
It's like
even
weird.
though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we
But
were
it's always
able
in the
to
back
find.
of my head that something terrible could happen, but
But where should we start?
yeah, you know, Ghost, that's just how we roll here.
Ah, you're right. Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered
Crimbo.
and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
If I was Jacques, simply I wouldn't have fired a shot at all.
Oh? And why is that?
Because could he guarantee his safety after killing Callus? Could he guarantee his family's safety after killing? Yeah, he couldn't guarantee his family's safety.
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection from my father.
Seems the third person was the one who derailed everything.
Makes sense. But without
I wonder if they
evidence,
had
that's still just a
sunglasses and a
theory.
ponytail and a fedora.
Besides Jacques, The attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well.
But the third person dissolved into water. That's like the whole thing, right?
It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Sayu is haunting my Fremine summons. Just got C6. I am so sorry. Is she on this banner? Wow. That sucks. I hate Sayu.
Do you think he knew
For reasons undisclosed.
follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Probably Thierry.
Thierry, you say?
Thierry, sorry.
Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering.
Okay, then who would it be?
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Okay, maybe it was someone else then, guys. Jeez. Alright, my bad. Then it had to be Marcel. It couldn't have been Florent. Right?
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex.
But
It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child.
okay.
Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth
Maybe it was
business?
someone else then. Maybe it was Florent.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
Then who the fuck was it?
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Bitch is broke as fuck.
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly. Who could it be?
It's Silver! I think. Oh my god. Dude, I still think it's Thierry. He could just be lying about this shit. Only the sufficiently rich can privately own large numbers of Gardamex. Yeah, Silver comes. Who's this? Who's this question mark? Chat vote. Thierry's done nothing wrong. I don't think any of them are guilty. But I think Florent's the least likely. He has money, and he's like part of the whole like guards shit, right? Official contact between the Spina di Rosula and the guards. Okay, then it has to be Marcel.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these 3, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered.
I know, Enix.
When he laid out his case for the 3, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight.
Oh my god!
Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
He is someone who's very close to you after all.
Well, we still have another try infiltrating.
The synth production base.
Yes. Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now.
Sorry, guys.
We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger from Tartaglia.
Oh, now it's getting heated up.
What? Is that someone you know?
No, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Not Ed Sheeran.
He's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
A little bit.
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
Anita's face right now. Yeah, it looks about right.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
This guy's voice sounds familiar.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence.
I know it'll probably sound like nonsense, but I feel like I heard this guy's voice in Hitman 3. Let's split up.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean?
You can go to Irenaeus while I go investigate the synth. I'm confident of my combat abilities.
Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
Leave it to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him. Look. I realized I don't have to point to this monitor. I could just point here.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ah, Malou, Silver. When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
See you then!
Okay. Let's go kick some ass.
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going. The location
Let's go to the place Malus mentioned.
So let's head over. Huh.
Find the entrance
According to
headquarters.
Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Shh. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Got it. It's dead. I got it. Did I catch it? Did I catch what? Silver's model is 100% the same as Adele's. Now that you mention it, look closely at chat. Are you talking about what you said, Dust? I'm confused. You're confusing me. I think you're right, though. Well, geez, where could this headquarters base entrance be? Do you mean to tell me it's in this strange fish tank ornament?
Finally found it. Huh. So this is the
What's up,
entrance
Chip?
that leads to the synth production base.
I'm sorry for making you
Sure
die.
doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
You don't want it to stand out, though.
You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
How is Paimon talking underwater? It'll load eventually.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged...
Oh,
can
you
choose to
idiot.
participate in a duel
You're gonna
to clear
fucking
their
die,
name.
bro. You don't even
Is
have your
that right?
vision. You don't even have your vision, bro.
In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right?
Chill!
I've gotta admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House.
Alright, bro. Just execute him. Just get him
Then
out.
why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress.
Cheese chip. Wow.
In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to
check
provide the
Prophecy's
court
profile
with a key
picture.
eyewitness.
Okay, so I'm looking on my phone and I see a tiny silver. Very tiny. On my phone, it's like way too fucking small. Like, I can't see your profile pictures. That's how I'm reading the chat right now.
But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please.
Don't do that, though.
Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
Honestly, Prophecy, you'd probably have a better chance hitting Windows key Shift S and just like going to my stream, hitting them with one of these, take his face, and like copy paste that into Paint and make that your profile picture. I'll give you like 10 seconds to do that right now. And done.
And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway, so I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Silver! Alright, I guess it's Marcel, huh?
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere! Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia.
Why are you
that
guys getting so
charging
excited?
someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare
Yes,
the
I
charge to be
fucking
valid.
do.
Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Oh, I see. CC just made the face bigger. Okay, I see it now. I see.
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on.
Poor guy. What are we doing to this guy?
I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
Who charged child? That's a great question.
would
I
like
have
to
no
take
idea.
everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
He brings up a good point.
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Ooh.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabriere. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel.
Did you see Navia's dad? What a fucking badass. What? He has an eye patch and a swirly thing? What do people call this? Like a, I don't know what to call it.
Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques.
It's just hair.
Not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Okay.
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's
You think he'd
conclusion
look cooler in
appeared
shades
quite
and a
sensible
fedora.
to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Okay. Okay, so what's our 3 loopholes are these 3? On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabriere. Okay, let's leave that one for later. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. According to the investigations, Callus, who had a motive to kill, murdered Jacques for his betrayal. But is that really true? Yeah, let's use this to refute it. No? What? Really? He has testimony that he didn't have a gun. Combining the information regarding the Gardamex and the investigation results so far, it can be concluded that there's only one person who can have a large number of Gardamex in his possession. Okay. I guess it's this.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Okay. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. This deduction is based on the circumstances where there is no third person on the scene, but it turns out that there is a method that can cleverly cover up the killer's tracks. Alright, then is it this? Okay.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
And then the final one. On the day of the murders, they hosted a banquet. Fuck me. Alright. 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 Is there another thing I'm missing? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's use this then. No. Let me read this then. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspects, Callus holding a gun, while his acquaintance Jacques lay dead from a gunshot wound. Based on investigations done, there was no possibility that anyone else could have done the deed and escaped, and Callus was thus adjudged to have been the culprit. After conducting a reinvestigation, it is now certain that Callus did not bring a gun with him. Moreover, details of the case point towards the possible existence of a third person on scene.
This assassin first shot Jacques,
I'm not trying to
then
brute
turned
force,
shoot
like I
Callus,
thought I understood.
only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him
But I don't think
and
I'm
kill him
understanding.
instead. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Poggers! 1 and 5 are always correct. Thanks, Margaret. You know everything.
Ah, so that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Yeah, it's true prophecy. Honestly, UI is not one of Genshin's strengths. I feel like the UI is pretty bad.
Mr.
In
Marcel,
like all
you
events
are the
and
one
like in the
being charged with
menuing.
crime. You should provide a rebuttal.
I think it's pretty weak.
Your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine 2 things. 1, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
UI in the Bottleland event was amazing artistically, though. You mean like the... Okay, you know what they do really nicely? In the events, they usually have like a main screen that like... It's like a motion illustration. Like, those look beautiful. I'm just like, when it comes to mechanical things, like, it's not designed extremely well.
I'm afraid not. At least
It's not
at this
terrible,
very
though,
moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match.
What is that lady's problem?
Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
Huh?
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Yeah, it's not terrible at all, Sad Sausage. It's just not like... I feel like it's not up to par with the rest of the game, if that makes sense.
Why do I feel like Furina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
Because then the Navia would have been dissolved.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
Nani?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Spina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate.
Okay.
I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his
opponent.
Clorinde,
did he go all out? Or was he going like 50%?
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake.
Gasp!
But since he entrusted his will to you, Clorinde, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
He brought a pool noodle he might have been throwing.
Yes, I did.
Gasp!
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die.
You don't think Child could take on Clorinde? I don't know much about her. She seemed pretty cool in that cutscene. But like, Child's pretty freaking strong. I don't know who would win that one. Are the textures broken? Yeah, what's going on with this blue? What's all this blue?
I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
Margaret, did this happen for you with the blue, if you're still here?
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Someone edit What's his face? Who's the guy who runs really fast? The Lightbringer.
Right?
Is it him?
What she said.
No,
was
I'm thinking of the
fascinating,
nostalgia
but kind
critic.
of beside the point.
Make them this. No, it's Linkara that runs really fast, right? Yeah, edit Linkara running really fast.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Let me see if I can find that GIF. Yeah, this one. My favorite GIF. That's perfect. You ever have a blue screen or a green screen? You just stick that one anywhere.
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified.
Margaret, I didn't understand. Did you see the blue error that we got? Or is it just like my instance?
The culprit
That's
could
messed up.
only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene.
And that's why I trust you so much, Cece, because you know exactly how my mind works.
Coincidentally, Marcel attended both
It
the
could have been the
banquet
Flash.
and the trial.
Gasp!
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous.
I think you're right, Dotstuff. I don't remember how to do the symbol, though. Was it like this? You make a dick with your hands?
I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia.
You don't
It's one of your
remember?
most
Oh, that's
endearing
okay.
traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events?
Yes, I can.
On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Not what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson.
Oh, shit!
Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
Oh, it's silver!
Suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
Yeah, what's the biggest flaw? Let's hear
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain.
What if you're like a crazy, like, sick and twisted, perverted murderer person? Like, that's a dumb
In addition, I left
defense.
my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage.
This is gonna be important to the water somehow. Like, he can't get dissolved by it.
But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
Luce, what the fuck?
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time.
Oh, God.
Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
Oh, damn, that was kind of harsh.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well.
That's basically what he said, prophecy.
And whose image do you see, Marcel?
I see Callus's face.
Is it a man named Vashay?
Whoa, okay, I didn't expect that. How does... Oh, we got him.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
It's no use!
I was waiting for you to say that.
But you do know Vashay. Because SpeedyHawk is gonna find the evidence that you know Vashay. And then rush into the courtroom and bring it, and... I was so surprised. Come on, let's get that evidence. Cat dive! That'll never not be satisfying. Ooh. Let's swap the party. We'll bring Fischl. It's official.
Oz, repeat. Cue the spotlight. Over here.
I got you now, you fucking moron, bitch. What did I start? Ooh. This area is really pretty.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle?
It's like the inner
really prepared a lot of stuff for this
mechanisms of a watch. It looks like. Are there any hidden chests over here? Any hidden chests? New Nervalet is a Gyarados waiting to happen. What does that mean? I still have a lot left, really? I like the Resplendent. I didn't see it. Who's the Resplendent? Two hours? No fucking way.
We need to go up, but
This feels like the climax.
see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Don't look. At what? The Resplendent? About an hour or so. That's better than 2 hours. Woo! Okay, thank you, Java. I'll check your link in a second, Dots. Cats famously love to swim. Swimba.
Rising. Now we can swim to the top.
Yeah, but Lynette's not a cat. She's a cat girl.
Away from where
Okay?
we need to go.
It's different. Oh, it's Ursula. Wow. That's great. That's great. I'm so glad. Cat diving. Okay, that one didn't work as well. Told you. I just never liked Ursula.
By royalty, let it rain. Surprise!
Shudder!
Let the magic begin! Over here! Wings of darkness! Come, step! Go, Baron
I did it. You like Ursula, just hate the fairies? Ursula kind of whack. The fact that she was ready to kill Jafar so quickly, kind of fucked up. Fontaine really came out at a great time. Right after you finish Pikmin 2, the swimming game, it's like you planned it with Hoya. I love swimming. Eat a male fairy resplendent. Not fail. Male fairy resplendent. We don't have any? Are there any male fairies except for Freyr? No, Freyr's a goat. What's the male fairy's name? I forgot his... He's got his eyes closed all the time. Maybe that is Freyr. Is there a male fairy? He's still a fairy. I feel like I missed a chest, but it's okay. Doesn't have wings. Right. Okay, so is there a male fairy? Or is it like specifically like a... Because I know the story is that it's like lost girls like become fairies. They like come to the dreamland and they become fairies.
For mercy.
Oh my god. Stop shooting! They're all female.
Freeze to the core.
I guess I never thought about it. Oh shit!
Crush.
That didn't do as much as I wanted. I need healing. I'll beat this without heals. Who needs heals? Lynette actually can heal herself.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here.
He's being charged by Navia as we speak.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
Dude, if Marcel is the actual culprit, that's so lame. You can't just introduce some new-ass character in the last, like, hour.
What's all this?
And be like, oh, he's the one behind it.
Pink accessories.
Am I alone in feeling that way?
Even a makeup box.
Huh? There's a name, too.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
They probably belong to the victims.
Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here?
Okay.
Alley-oop! I'm upset!
Where's Save Me, Jesse?
Save me, Jesse!
There it is.
And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means...
Well, no spoilers. We'll figure it out.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation
Payoff
to
is worth
achieve
it.
a breakthrough.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. But I don't care how this ends. I don't know if Marcel's actually the culprit or not. I still don't know. But I was comparing it in my head to what's it called? Nirvana Initiative, where it's just like the big bad was like introduced like.
The experiment was a failure.
I feel like it's like the same kind of complaint, you know?
Surface from the water from the primordial sea.
Oh, Paimon.
Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary.
Yeah, we need more Save Me Jessies.
How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
is to save his lover, a woman called Vigneri, who was dissolved. Aww.
So that's why he did all of these experiments.
You think Vashay is Marcel?
Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
He is the researcher. Yeah, that makes sense. He witnessed that Oceanid dissolve.
You mean Vashay is the one who did all of these... experiments?
The voice I heard from the fountain was probably Vigneri.
So that's it! Vashay was no victim.
Oh, my bad, Gava. I can't pronounce these names. Vigneri.
No, that's not it either. If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
There must be more than this, more to this than meets the eye.
In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved. Can I be deadass for a moment? The red, blue, and yellow Pikmin plushies got real dump trucks, but the purple Pikmin is built like an ironing board in the back, and I'm offended. That is a shame, Grimba.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth?
That sounds pretty good. Definitely proves that this is where they produce synth.
Yep, it's super obvious.
Popular potion circulating quite widely. Gives the drinker a very pleasant experience for a short time, but its side effects are equally strong. The producer uses these special characteristics to earn a massive profit from its trade. It's a drug that was made with something that melts people, Speedy. Yeah, but if it's fruit flavored, that sounds pretty good, no? Like, does this look appetizing to you? Would you drink a galaxy in a bottle? If it's fruit flavored? I'd consider it. I'm just saying.
Let's see what's
Welcome back, Kevin.
here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes. Callus. Navia's father.
They make those in Baja Blast?
Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
Probably related to his and Jacques' case.
Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it.
Well, that's a smoking gun.
This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Is there anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely.
Oh my God!
I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
That's crazy that Silver would write that. They planned this well in advance.
They're all just so evil.
Alright, well. What else we got? We checked that. The pool. Did we check the pool?
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of
Later
water.
prophecy. Silver did nothing wrong. We'll see about that.
That means This is where they make all the synth. And that special water is the main ingredient. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
That is pretty incriminating. Oh, you could use E? I totally missed that.
Seems like our theories were spot on, but...
Who really is this Vashay?
Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago.
There's no way it has to be silver.
That way, even if we bring all this back to the
You're saying there's no way it can be
we'll
silver?
be able to identify the true culprit.
I don't think it's... Hello, hello, hello. I don't think it's silver anymore, guys. I've changed my mind. But he's still sus as fuck. Sus as fuck. Not clever enough. Let's look again.
Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
You see, my phone is blocking the bottom right corner of my screen, so I can't see the E key. That is useful. I feel like I checked that. I checked this. I must be missing something. I definitely checked that. Checked this. This was all the girls' possessions, I believe. This was the note. And this is the pool. I have to go through all of them? I thought I should go through the possessions again.
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
Okay. Thank you for the help.
Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
I found it, Paimon.
Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Vinier. Isn't that Vashay's lover's name?
Yes.
Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story.
She made a list of baby names. Am I supposed to be able to read this?
So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was... Marcel.
You son of a bitch.
Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vashay and Vinier's grown son?
So for some reason, when they said baby names, I thought they meant like a pet name, like you call your lover like a nickname. And I was like, how does this make sense? I didn't think it would be their son. Let's go, Pi. I'm a fucking idiot.
Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
I was still like on the trail that Marcel was Vashay. Yeah. I'm dumb. It's okay.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vashay?
That's Papa.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
Oh, how convenient.
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
Yo, Neuvillette is about to execute us.
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
That's right. I got this book. Which evidence reveals the true identity of Vashay, the serial disappearances of young women case record? Probably the book.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vashay.
Okay, was I right then? Wait.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything.
Is he the son or is he Vashay?
After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her
Okay,
back
he
to
just
you.
took the name Marcel, the baby name Marcel. Okay, so I was right. I was right.
New identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vashay.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far.
Didn't they just say isn't he the grown son of Vashay and Vinier or whatever her name was?
And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
Sorry, I got confused.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away.
Oh, okay.
instead of
Paimon.
paying
I thought
attention to the living people around you.
I thought Traveler said that, not Paimon. But I guess I wasn't paying attention.
So, you never noticed how we changed or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Combat against Chlorinde.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all.
This guy's like, what the fuck? The fuck is this dude's problem?
Now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Vinier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow.
Well, lucky for you, she's in the fountain outside.
I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved.
Oh shit, he's
No matter what
right.
I do.
he's from Snezhnaya.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's
Oh no, it's just synth. It's just synth.
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vinier. I promise. We made a promise.
I feel bad.
Vinier. Vinier. Please, Vinier. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Kyle's just in the back like, "Aw, man. Like, I really wanted to fight Clorind."
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
What the
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vashay and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vinier. During an underwater expedition, Vinier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vashay as a result. Vashay learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vinier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vashay discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth.
He became very rich.
However, as he accumulated wealth to fund
I'm
his
up for it,
continued
Dots.
research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vashay decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vashay expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vashay attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vashay's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
Good job, Nervalate. You did a great job solving that.
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vashay.
Oh boy, I hope it's a 5-star. Excessively loud clapping noises. Damn, you're guilty as fuck, bro.
Mécanique d'analyse cardinale. Mr. Vashay is guilty.
Guards! Take Vashay away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yeah, well, that's crazy.
We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves! Huh? Are you okay?
Navia? Oh my god, mental boom.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has
How
been
about the
served.
silver theory? Okay. Listen, you can't deny he was kind of sus in the first act. And the fact that Marcel is Vashay, I complained that they like introduced the character like super late into the story, but it's fine because they kind of foreshadowed it right at the start with the Oceanid spirit of Vinier. So I'm fine with that. I think it's good.
Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending.
Or is it?
Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Do you really want to fight Clorind? We could set it up.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
Hey, Basic, what's up?
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
We successfully defended the guy who tried to flood Liyue and kill like hundreds of people. Why does no one remember that? Because he's hot. He's like hot and he's got Tusser. Like, just let it go. Just let it go.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Uh-oh.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
Of what? Oh, shit!
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Well, isn't it based off of people's emotions? Like...
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
Racism in my court?
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict.
What the darn
in this
heck is
case,
going
right?
on here?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
What? Oh, shit.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Oh my god, he's killing all those people! Oh shit. Yo, bro ain't gonna be walking for a while. Ooh!
I am sorry.
Oh, fuck!
If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court...
Dude, how strong is this guy? What? That was sick! Oh my god.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Yeah, what's going on, Furina? This is supposed to be the Archon quest.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it. I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Furina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens.
Hey, there's a
did you
viewpoint down
really
there.
think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap?
Let me see, King KP. He's a gremlin. Do you mean gremlin in a bad way or a good way? Like, she is a gremlin. And that's why she's not redeeming herself. That's why she's not redeeming herself.
Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable! All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble
I hope so. You better be fucking right.
As well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
I didn't think there could be an unlikable Archon. So she better be fucking right. Child better be guilty as fuck. Okay? Because the child's not guilty. She's gonna be the first Archon that sucks ass.
Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my
He's the
leave.
most likable. I hate this kind of character, dude. Are you kidding me? She's just a lot of heart. She's the same kind of like. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna get into this.
She chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Way to pull the rug out from under her.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Raiden suppressed her whole country? Wrong. The puppet suppressed her whole country. A-chan did not do that. You are incorrect, Redox.
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should
He tried to kill a bunch of people.
someday, right?
Leave the opera house. Damn, look how tall he is. Oh my god. I can't even compete. Hold on. Let's bust out our tallest character. Fujo Sara.
Let's do this.
No contest. Alright. I feel like my tallest character is Zhongli.
A walk would be nice.
Alright, it is pretty close. I think he's actually a little... Nah, they're even. They're even. Same model.
Over here.
How do you get out of here? Huh? Oh, okay. I'm dumb.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Hey, whoa!
Traveler! Hey, Traveler!
I always find it funny when they call me Traveler, like here especially.
Marcel, what are you doing over here?
He's got a gun!
Resisting arrest. Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait. I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Okay, why not?
Go on.
Yeah, sure. Nervalet's cool with it. He's like, yeah, it's cool.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vashay?
Yeah, your lover's like totally still kind of
I
there.
erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
I met her.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
Something to do with my sensitivity to the hydro element.
The Fountain of Lucine?
That's not what I said.
Then she's
that is not what I said.
Me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care. 19
inches, Dots? Jesus
What?
Christ.
Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
No, I don't think I saw it.
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Why is he letting this go? What the... Okay, yeah, I didn't see this tweet, so I'm sorry. That's pretty fucking poorly worded. Why the fuck? Are they serious? Like...
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry
Yeah,
about
we know
any escape.
you're literally like the second strongest person here, I guess, besides Clorind.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go to the fountain, Mr. Marcel.
Ready, steady, go!
You think Nuve is significantly stronger? Maybe, I don't know. I thought the duelists were like the strongest, but maybe the judge is even stronger than the duelist. I guess they didn't specify. But after seeing him just like fucking teleport and knock out Child in one hit, I can't even beat Child in one hit, but he can? That's crazy.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
You need to drink water from the primordial sea, bro.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
I guess that's why he randomly decided to drink it.
Vashay.
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vinier, it's
You're
me.
King KP.
It's me, Vashay.
Vashay? Vashay.
I'm here. Where are you, Vinier?
I'll do that sad
you.
sausage.
I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vashay. Vinier.
Vashay? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me.
Hey, Refreshy.
You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vinier,
You are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
I mean, you did it for 20 years, but
Vashay, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
Oh my God! What are you saying?
Oh, fuck!
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney.
Whoa. You are not. What is going on?
Not for you. I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed
Oh, no.
in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vashay. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vinier. Who are you?
Was this another girl that dissolved?
You're right. I am not Vinier.
Jeez, all of them? Oh!
The sacrifices.
Oh, fuck!
Every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea.
Oh, shit!
Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea. And we were no longer individuals, but we became one. Just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vinier.
Huh?
Why? But then, where is Vinier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness.
That makes a lot of sense,
Robbed
actually.
us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her.
Even murdering.
But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
Renea.
You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vinier's beloved.
It's no use! It's no use! What am I fighting for?
Hey, Marie.
From the moment your
You don't have to miss me. I'm right here.
and her consciousness merged with Vinier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred.
So was it a bait? Why? Okay, so what the first time we met this thing, why was it screaming like, Vashay, my beloved? Like, was it all just like a fucking bait? Did they know I would... I don't get it. Why didn't they just tell us that he was the... Okay, never mind. Yeah, looks like I didn't meet Vinier. Yeah, King KP saying keep playing. Looks like I didn't meet Vinier back then either. They must have wanted me to lure Marcel here. Oh, no. Fuck!
Yeah, she can't hate me. Let me see her, please. Have mercy.
It was a bait.
Still don't understand.
No.
When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vinier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Poggers!
Vashay.
Are they gonna drown him?
Vashay. 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 Drown.
Ah! Bro! This is a creepy pasta. Later, the guards find that the culprit of the serial disappearances of a young woman case, Marcel... I couldn't read it fast enough. That was metal. That was sick.
Finally, finally we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
My legs are killing me. Wow, that was crazy.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke
It said
up
he
in such a
died.
good
Yeah.
mood today.
I couldn't even read that fast enough. That was crazy fast.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon.
That was
What a
pretty sick,
treasure having
Rid.
a partner like me.
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
Making cookies.
It's just been one thing after the other.
Silver's
I've
back.
been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the court since then. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though,
Damn.
everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's
The
definitely
justice.
been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so
Yes,
glad
Donstuff,
didn't
I will
give up on the
absolutely
case all
pop.
those
I
years
will
ago.
absolutely pop off.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me
Ugh,
go.
Charlotte. Ugh.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steambird?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose.
KKP.
To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wishes finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Thank you, Navia.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarand out for a meal.
We are mending bridges. This is beautiful. I'm loving this.
Are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vashay's headquarters, Clarand gave testimony on my father's behalf.
I heard rumors that Navia's in like 4 patches. So we're on 4.0 right now. 4.1 is coming soon. I heard she's on 4.5. I don't know how accurate that is.
It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted
So she
to
is the
thank her.
Dia.
I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time. So we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Yeah, if that's true, she'll probably come in like, what, like February, January?
Oh,
It's gonna be a while.
Great. Paimon also thought Clarend wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually,
I don't know,
there's still
Slim
one
Jim,
last
maybe.
thing I need to do.
Maybe you have, does she have a birthday? Maybe you have a chance.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
I'm not sure, Refreshy. I think people said she's 5-star.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Can I come too?
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
I agree, King KP. I feel like we've gotten 4 stars in the past that like look like 5 stars, but like her outfit is way too intricate.
Yeah,
I think.
you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
Like, let me look at the character archive. Ningguang, he looks like a 5-star for sure.
Huh. This is where my father's grave is.
Silver 5-star.
To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for
Oh, that's sad.
a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be.
Who could it be? Who would be visiting? Clorind? Maybe? Or maybe... I don't think Clorind really makes sense if she was here. I forgot the name of the first guy we interrogated with the mustache.
Isn't that Nervalette?
Oh, it's just Nervalette. That's kind of...
Be here.
Oh, you know what? He kind of dropped the ball on that one, huh? He got this dude killed.
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
What a gentleman.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Awesome.
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives.
Slim Jim, clearly if someone acts out of order, he just fucking smites them. That's his power.
Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believe that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong.
He loved Navia.
If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day.
Well, that too, yeah.
Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself.
Damn.
So, you asked me why I came here.
I love that.
I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Nervalette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done. Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there?
Not supposed to fly around.
Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly.
Has anyone ever seen Paimon walk?
Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad. Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Furina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Okay, you got it, Rio Spark. I got a lot of stuff to do. Someone told me to go to the fountain with the sounds off. I forgot what King K told me to do. I forgot what you told me to do, King KP. Paimon walking?
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see, I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this, since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
If only, Dotsif. Maybe another time.
Please feel free.
Oh, did I fuck up? Did I miss the Navia part?
One of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
Can I still talk to Navia, or did I fuck up by talking to Nervalette? About water from the primordial sea.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vashay and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today.
I'm worried, Ryu Spark.
Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vashay discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Nervalette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land.
The giant tower in the back is supposed to be the prison.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Yeah, you know what? I don't really care about the prophecy, do I? Do you want to just see all these? I care about these two. I don't know how this is relevant, but I always want to know what he's up to, that crazy guy. That crazy guy.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Furina crying alone on her throne.
I have to click all of them.
The sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
Yes, that's correct.
Right! It was Linny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
What happened to my brother? He just gotten some crazy stuff. He was crazy. We got separated at the start of the game, and apparently he teamed up with like some pretty weird guys. And he might be like the bad guy, but I'm not really sure. He might be fucking everything.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea
I just read what Dots
the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Furina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Furina by her predecessor.
Rimbo, a lot of people have theorized that because she kind of... Paimon has like the same kind of patterns on her wings than that lady, I think.
But with Furina being the
like
way
this,
she is, can
like
we
this
really
cape.
trust her to solve it?
They kind of theorize that she's like gonna be a traitor in the end.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
About Child. What the fuck happened? Why is he guilty?
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion.
I bet.
However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case.
There will be a part 3, Zachary. It's just gonna come out in a couple months, probably.
As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Huh. So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
Almost exactly a month from today.
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Furina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Bro, I would not want to fight him. He fucking destroyed him.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
About my brother.
Your sibling. Another blonde-haired traveler.
Have you seen my bro?
I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description.
Oh, okay.
If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Oh, that's it. Thank you for talking with me.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right. You've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
The dragon stopped crying. Oh, sweet. I got a constellation. Alright, so is Navia gone? Fuck. What happens if you talk to Navia? About the lore theory. So notice how the rain stopped when Navia made Nervalet feel better, or how it started raining once Navia roasted him earlier. Do you think he's the dragon? That's a pretty good theory. Damn, I'm sad I missed Navia. It's a funny interaction. What does she say? I'll go to the fountain, but what is that? What is that blue spot? Everyone thinks he's the dragon. I mean, did you see his power, dude? I don't know. Oh, it's one of these. I think I solved this already. All right, let's go to the fountain. Hey, when can I start doing like daily quests and commissions here? Like, at what point do I get that unlocked? Oh, interesting, King KP. Interesting. When you go to the fountain, do it at night, and when there's less people, turn all audio off other than voices. Turn up the volume to its max. It's very quiet. What'd I get in the mail? From Razor. Get daily quests after you finish Act 2. Just have to talk to Catherine for commissions. Oh, so I could have done commissions this whole time? I just haven't talked to Catherine yet?
I think the next one's a trial.
Shut the fuck up! I couldn't hear what it said. Can I do it again? Stand in the fountain?
hyper-emotional element you're adding is...
I think the next one's a trial.
I'm gonna kill that guy. I couldn't hear it. Maybe I'll watch the stream again and like blast it. All right, let me teleport back and see if it works. She says it's interminable and that she's very lonely. Catherine, you're not Catherine. Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Okay, great. Now I could do this shit. Yeah, I heard someone sobbing. Let me try one more time.
I think the next one's a trial.
How much longer?
Who else deserves to take the stage more than Lady Furina?
Who the fuck said that? Damn. Well, I heard it that time. I don't know if it was different. Yeah, that is a cool Easter egg. It's the same line every time. Yeah, she said, so lonely. That's what I heard at first. Interesting, really interesting. Survey time? No, we're going to sleep, guys. It's late. It's been 4 hours, or almost 4 hours. So unfortunately, we are not going to be fixing Dots' account. However, we can finally... Well, I guess I could have done that. So tomorrow, that'll be good. I could get this. That's great. And I could give Traveler another constellation. For a useless element. Movement speed of Rising Water's bubble will be decreased by 30%. Is that her ultimate? That sounds pretty bad. Fix Genshin account stream 1. I don't know if I'm really qualified to do that, but maybe fix Dots' account. But maybe one of these days, if I have like a gap between series, it'd be fun to do. Thank you, Banubby. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really had a good time with this quest. I thought it was awesome. And that ending definitely was worth it. That scene, the drown scene, oh my god. That was sick. Now that was good writing. Good job, Genshin team. Good job. Yeah, it's over. I think I did the quest. I don't think there's anything else to do. But now I could do Linny's quest. Great. It is interesting. All right, well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week, okay? So, until next time, SpeedyHawk, out. Have a great night, everybody, or a great day, wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye. Talk to Charlotte? Wait, where is she? Oh, I'd love to talk to Charlotte. I can't. I'll get right on that. Just right on.